The parables of Jesus. The parables of Jesus. This week, I'm going to be talking about the parables of Jesus, and today it is the seed. The seed. I think the teachings of Jesus is so powerful, and many times we overlook them and really think we know them so well that we miss the revelation that remains as a result of us just going over them with routine. So, this morning and this week, I'm going to be talking about the parables of Jesus. And today, it is the seed. It is the seed. Good morning, Thelma. Good morning, Verena. Good morning, Angela. How are you all on this morning? Good morning, Tony. Tony, how are you all on this morning? Great morning. Hope you had a good holiday. Hope you had a restful holiday. Hope you're ready for 2 Mondays in the week. Yesterday was Monday and today is Tuesday, but it's the first day of the work week for many of us, and it feels like Monday. And so 2 Mondays in the week, but we're going to start out with a parable about the seed this morning. And this week, it's really all about me, again, kind of going into a little more depth than a devotion, but a little bit of a Bible study as well. I hope that blesses you. I hope it helps you. Good morning, Pamela. Good morning, Gloria. How are you all on this morning? Because I really want to just delve a little bit deeper in the 5 minutes or less that we have to give you even more morning manna. And this week is all about the parables of Jesus. Now, tell me whether or not you're ready for this week, that you kind of like that approach of a little more in-depth Bible study. And to that end, I just want to share the word on this morning. And it's going to be the text to talk and the takeaway. Good morning, Lena. How are you on this morning? This morning, the parables of Jesus, the week this series is going to be on. And today, the seed, the seed. Luke 8 and 8. Luke 8 and 8. Still other seeds fell on good soil and came up and yielded a crop 100 times more than was sown. Still other seed fell on good soil, and it came up 100 times more than was sown. This morning, as I woke up and began my day, First Lady greeted me with somewhat of a sad face. She said, "My garden isn't doing what I really hoped that it would do. I think I'm going to have to start all over. My tomatoes are good, but my cucumbers, they haven't come up yet, or they've come up and they got yellow spots on them. And my okra, the rows that I laid or planted with my okra, not much is happening. So I'm going to have to start all over." I asked her some questions as with respect to what would have been the problem, what was going on. Did she water them? She said, "No, it rained. It rained. I didn't have to water them." I said, "So what happened?" Well, she's still mystified. The point is this: there is something in the sowing of seeds that matters the most when it comes down to this parable of Christ. I'll tell you that at the end, but let me give you the three things that I think will help you delve a little bit deeper into the seed. The first thing is that a seed is totally self-contained. A seed is totally self-contained. Everything within the seed is needed for the maturation and the germination and the growth of the seed. The seed doesn't go out and says, "I need this, that, or the other." May need some water, soil, so on and so forth, but with respect to it being added to anything other than what is already in the seed, that's it. The second thing is this: we're going somewhere with this, is that seed multiplies. Notice that the text says that it came up and yielded a crop 100 times more than the one seed that was sown. So in the self-containing of a seed is within it everything that a seed needs to multiply to 100 times more. 100 is fruitful within itself, and it will multiply. One seed turns into many seeds. here's the third thing I want you to grab. Seed needs good soil. The seed needs good soil. Now, First Lady puts in her garden some bone. They say that it's ground up bone. It causes great fertilization. Puts other things in the soil. Compost, a lot of things she grinds up, puts it in the soil so that the seed will grow. So it needs good soil. It multiplies. It's self-contained. Here's the takeaway. Here is the revelation. And every day I'm going to give you a revelation that heretofore maybe you would have not have known that is in the parable. In this parable, we know that the farmer throws the seed and sows it. Everywhere he sows it. Soil, rock, on rather ground, rather just plain ground. It doesn't matter. The farmer does that. Now, in the parable of the seeds that you see in the Synoptic Gospels, we miss the fact that Jesus is referring and his emphasis is on the farmer. Not just the seed, but the farmer. It is the farmer who sows. It is the farmer who slings the seed out. Why is that important? Because we are likened to be the seed. We are likened to be the seed. And here's what it is. The farmer says, I plant my seeds everywhere. I'm going to plant you in every situation, circumstance that you can conceive of. I'm going to plant you all over the earth. And it is the cares of life that will keep you from growing. Not necessarily where I plant you as much as the fact he says it's the cares of life that chokes the seed out. I know we look at all of the things that the parable says about the sun, about the rock, about the weeds. But Jesus is really focusing in on the fact it is God who sows everywhere. Now, what does that mean with respect to us in the kingdom? In the kingdom, we oftentimes judge people as to their level of growth or whether they grow at all. But notice what Jesus says in another parable. He says, it is God who will determine at the end who is goats and who is sheep, and he will divide them at the end. He will determine the level of their growth at the end. It's not ours to judge. So yes, we're the seed, and we're flung all over the earth, and we'll grow at different levels. And it is only the cares of life that choke us out. But the fact remains that the Lord says, I'm going to plant you everywhere. And let's not judge one another as to the development of one seed over another seed over that seed. Because every seed is self-contained. The Lord be with you today. His face shine upon you, give you peace. I hope you get the revelation in the text. We're going to teach parables of Jesus all week long and bring revelation to it. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. God bless you. See you tomorrow morning with more Morning Manna. Bye now.